Let's take this show on the road. Same-ish, different day. I be bored out my mind. Hometown, love my place, but while I'm in my prime, gotta go get away. Hop a train, cop a flight, and ride. Tonight I gotta break free. My job, those.
Why, hello there. Let's get ready, shall we? I'm gonna take this opportunity to play a little bit of catch up because we haven't spoken since Thanksgiving. So why not just fill you in on what has happened since then, because a lot has happened since then. I went to Mexico.
Let's go.
I went to Mexico. Let me tell you the real reason I went to Mexico. One, I mean, I honestly needed a break. But two, I basically I've been a platinum medallion on Delta for the past 2 years. This year in particular, I have just taken trips on trips. I never expected it. I never expected it at all. But this year in particular, I've taken so many trips, and I was basically one flight away from distant flight away. I needed maybe 1,500 MQDs, which is medallion qualifying dollars, to hit diamond status before the end of the year, inclusive of my upcoming trip to Ghana. So I basically was like, they got me bad. I was like, if I want to be a Delta, I want to be a diamond medallion. So I was just like, let me just take a quick little trip. I don't really have the time to do a faraway trip. Basically the weekend that I went was the only time that I had to do that trip. And I stayed specifically Cancun, and I stayed at this gorgeous resort called the Nisuk Resort, which was about 15 minutes away from the airport. Pardon the sirens of New York City. They always like to make a special appearance in my videos. And it was a true vacation in the sense that I did absolutely nothing for 3 days. I didn't really have a choice because on day 2 of my 3-day trip, well, it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So technically it was 4 days, 3 nights. On day 2 of my 4-day trip, my proof of no pregnancy came. So I was just like, great, I'm glad I spent the first day and the second day on the beach because I'm done. I'm over it. I just want to stay in bed. So went to Mexico, came back, and work was waiting for me. Work was waiting for me in earnest. But I'm not going to complain about that because we thank God for the many opportunities that we have. And honestly, I know work is not everything, but I kind of have accepted the fact that in this life, work is gonna be a thing. Speaking of being busy on the dating front, I am almost confident that I'm going to not date. I'm basically going to end relations with one of the guys that I have gone on dates with recently. He actually did make an appearance in my vlog. I want to say the vlog that I posted the first weekend of November, where I went to my friend's marathon. That was our second date. And I was like, oh, I actually enjoyed myself. And let's call him Tyler. Let's give people aliases. If I ever mention men on this channel, just know they have aliases. And so I had gone on a second date with Tyler, and I think I came away from that date being like,
I would be down for a third date.
I would go on a third date if Tyler asked me. I haven't seen Tyler since then. Not because he didn't ask, but because a combination of I'm a busy person and I just don't think I genuinely am interested enough. So he had texted, we exchanged a few texts, and then I didn't respond to one of the last texts, and then a week had gone by, and I was just like, am I really eager to talk to this person? It was just the energy. I realized as time goes on, there's so much energy that goes into maintaining text communication. So I see why the girlies are like, I don't text. If you want to talk to me, you have to see me. I concur with that. However, something about not texting someone and not having periodic conversations in between dates makes it difficult for me to like feel like I'm building a connection or progressing in some way, because I'm not going to be able to go on dates with you like every single week. And so I feel like I fell into that place. So anyways, time passed and Tyler texted me this past week kind of being like, hey, are you interested in going on another date? He said, I know we're both pretty busy, but like wanted to know if you're interested in going on another date. If not, no worries. Like, you know, it was great getting to know you and, you know, wish you the best on your endeavors. And I felt a little bit bad because I was just like, oh, like, there's really not that much wrong with him, but I just don't think he stays top of mind enough for me to believe that I'm interested in him. And for me, I think I was at this place where I was trying to train myself, or I am trying to train myself to change my type. Because funny story, since it's just a few of us here, we'll talk about my type and what I mean by that. But I've been trying to train myself to change my type, because my type has been toxic. My type has been unserious. My type has been play in my face and waste my time. That has been my type, unfortunately. And I'm doing a much better job of nipping things in the bud earlier on. But on the flip side of that, I have had to get used to potentially not having that initial jump start, like, oh, I really like this person reaction to a person who may not have been my type in the past. And obviously when I like people, like when I start to interact with and date, I don't like say like, oh, I like him because he's unserious. It just so happens to be that the people that I like have characteristics about them that are unserious. And usually those are the people that are like exciting, that are like thrilling, that are like, ooh, like this person is so fun to talk to and so exciting, and like we mesh and we get along really, really well. Those tend to be the type of people that it's like, oh, that initial thrill that I had or that initial excitement was kind of a red flag, or at least a yellow flag, if you know what I mean. So I can't say that I was enthusiastic about this person. In fact, I knew I wasn't. However, I was like, you know, maybe the right person for me is not going to, if all of the people in the past who I have liked have garnered that initial, initial excitement and have all been or mainly been unserious people, then maybe the person that is for me is not going to, like, maybe the feeling should be the opposite, and maybe it should be a slow burn, so to speak. So I was like, let me give an opportunity, like let me give space and acknowledge that like maybe the healthiest thing is going to be a slow burn. So I wanted to kind of, and I think I was getting to a place where I was forcing it, and so him sending that message, I think just gives me the opportunity to be like, yeah, I think you're like a fine person. There's really nothing wrong with you. I just don't really see it there for me. And I would leave it there, but the reason that I don't see it there for me is because being busy is a cop-out. I'm a firm believer in no one is too busy for someone that they really want or really like. And so the fact that like work priorities and other life things were consistently getting in the way of me like seeing this person meant that like I probably wasn't really that interested, but again, for the sake of trying to train myself to like a different type or whatever, I was forcing myself to stay in it. So I do think there is still something to be said about not forcing myself to be in a situation that I don't want to be in, even if I have a feeling like, oh, like if I wanted to be in a relationship, I'm sure I could be in a relationship with this person if I just went along with it. Like it very much so gave like this person likes me, and if I went along with it, I would be in a relationship and that could be it. But that is not what I want, and that's not fair to me. So that's over with. And we go back to the drawing board. I chatted it up with someone on Raya, and we can call him Nathan. And you know, Nathan and I have a date that we're gonna go on, and we'll see. So we're starting from scratch again, and we're going with the flow. To revisit the topic, and since we're on life updates, to revisit the topic of dating and just life updates. You guys know, or some of you may know, that on my YouTube channel, not my YouTube channel, because this is my YouTube channel, on my TikTok, I often like to do pop the balloon or find love reactions, specifically the pop the balloon with Arlette Arlette. It's Arlette's pop the balloon. And as I've gotten more consistent in doing them, I have learned, like, what's it called? Like, she posts every Wednesday, so you normally can expect, like, either on Wednesday evening or Thursday or maybe Friday at the latest, like, you would probably see reactions from me. I didn't post a reaction this past week, because put a finger down if someone that you had a situation with went on Pop the Balloon. So I was like, I'm not gonna react to this at all. Actually, funny enough, this is almost as if, like, now we're getting episodes. If you have watched my vlogs, the person who I mentioned, like, when I was like, I think I filmed a vlog where I was like, like, this person is not for me. I just feel very, like, hurt and whatever. My feelings are hurt. Like, just the person who had me in my feelings at some point this summer, who once again had me in my feelings while I was, like, in Namibia, and when I was in Namibia is when I finally blocked them. This person went on Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And number one, I just want to say, like, that is what I mean when I say, like, toxic, in terms of, like, bro, I'm really watching my favorite, like, YouTube show for fun, and this person is on my, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And obviously, like, I have this person blocked on every platform except TikTok, because I don't think they have a TikTok. And if they do, I don't know what it is. But I literally have them blocked on LinkedIn, Instagram, WhatsApp, GroupMe. I, like, literally was like, absolutely not. Like, if I could block an email, I would block an email. That's how, like, not fun that situation was for me. And how much I bossed up. Because we bossed up. So, like, can you just imagine, like, anyways, all of that is to say, like, that's a life update. And I decided to not even film any reactions to that episode because I just don't. Because actually, this person is a menace. Is a menace. But we don't need to talk about that anymore. Earlier today, I went to brunch with my girl Sydney. You've seen Sydney. Oh my god, I feel like my life, like, my channel's becoming episodes. Like, I keep referencing. Now I'm gonna, like, introduce people and have you, and, like, have recurring characters. But y'all know Sydney. Her boyfriend planned a surprise brunch. Kind of like, you know, like when guys be sending their, like, ladies and their lady friends to the spa for the day. Like, he sent us to brunch just because I think Sydney, like, had wanted to see her friends, and, like, it was all just, like, kind of getting hard for us to all get together. And so he planned something, told us to show up, and brunch was covered. He got all of us flowers. Like, it was really nice. A really, really nice gesture. And that is what we had today. We went to Llama Inn in Brooklyn, and it was cute. It was a vibe. I enjoyed. And tonight, baby, because tonight, I am going to, I'm first of all very late because this thing starts at 7 and it is currently 7:05. But that's okay because I don't know, it's a party. I don't want to be the first person at a party, but hopefully I can leave here by like 7:45 maybe. I'm gonna have to stop talking to you. I have a friend, Kumi, who is launching a wine brand, a wine company that is made in Ghana. And that's really exciting and that's really dope. So tonight is like the launch celebration, and you know, I said I would be there. I saw him a couple of weeks ago at Uzo's birthday party, and you see again the connections, like the vlogs are building on each other. I'm living a TV show. I saw Kumi at Uzo's at Uzo's 30th birthday party, and he told me about it and was like, yep, like be on the lookout, and sent me that invitation, and we are going. That's where we're going tonight. I'm gonna stop yapping. I think that pretty much gives you a little bit of a catch up on, where's my bronzer brush? Dang, I should have done my eyeshadow first because I want to try something new with my eyeshadow. I want to do a little smoky eye. That's pretty much it for the catch ups and the updates. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get ready and be out of here at a reasonable time. I'm low-key playing games. It's 8 o'clock. It's past 8 actually, and this thing is in Midtown Manhattan. So let's just go. I would much rather wear like some strappy open-toe heels, but it's cold, and all of my strappy open-toe heels are 4 inches and above, and I would like to wear comfortable shoes because they say that this party is standing room only. But this is basically a solo night out again. I be doing this often, and I don't mind it. I also realized that I don't know what time this thing technically ends. Hopefully it's longer than 4 hours. And I want to show you this little, oh, I need to pop the tag off. I got this Cult Gaia sleeve that's gonna act as a jacket tonight, which is very bold considering how cold it is outside. But come on somebody. The only thing that's annoying me are the little like jacket hanger straps, but come on somebody. But with that being said, let's get up out of here.
I just want to say thank you so much for coming to celebrate this intimate and special moment in my life. I'm not kidding when I say like I've been my family's historian for the past couple of years. A way to honor them and honor that agricultural legacy than to introduce a wine, a Riesling, infused with ginger from Ghana. I'm so happy that you all have the opportunity to try it and experience it for the first time. I just want to thank like all the members of my community who supported me throughout this. You know, you all know who you are. Like I cannot list every person, but so many people have helped me make this a reality this year. So raise a glass to you. Cheers to Afori Brothers.
Cheers.
Pull up those cameras. Let's tag Afori Brothers wine.
Period.
Cheers.
Making friends in your 20s can be so fun and just like so random. Obviously, also, I'm eating a little bit of jollof rice. This girl's hungry after that day, after last night. Whenever you see people and you see people at an event that's in celebration of someone or something that they've launched, everyone's gonna be like, oh, how do you know so-and-so? How do you know so-and-so? And the person who threw it, his name is Kumi. He's the one who launched the Ofori Brothers wine. So huge shout out to him, and huge shout out to people. Like, I'm in the midst of people doing big things, which is like honestly such an honor. But people are like, oh, how did you meet? And I was like, oh, we met in Ghana, like, which honestly checks out considering the fact that I've been to Ghana multiple times. But now that I sit here and think about it, I'm just like, oh, if I trace the story of how we really met, it's like so many it's like a chain reaction of so many sorts. So I met him in Ghana the second year that I went, maybe? Yeah, it definitely wasn't last year. So the second year that I went to Ghana, I got invited to a dinner that some girls who are Ghanaian, but in America, like New York, Ghana girls, invited me to a dinner. I went, and that was where I met like a lot of the people that were at the party last night, and Kumi as well. And if I think about it, like, well, the girl who invited me to the brunch, I met her because I went to, I was in a Pilates like princess group chat of like Black women who do Pilates. How did I enter that group chat? I randomly one day went to a solid core class. I didn't know anyone. I didn't like, you know, it was just like, I'm gonna go to solid core to see what the girlies are talking about. I went to a specific studio because I was looking for a Black woman instructor, and there were a whole bunch of other Black women there, and like I overheard one of them talking about going to Ghana, and I was like, oh, I'm going too. And then we exchanged contact information, and that's how I ended up joining that Pilates Princess group chat, and then getting invited to a dinner in Ghana where I met Kumi, where all of us live in New York. So I'm just like, dang, like, yeah, we met in Ghana, but it was like, so if I didn't go to that Pilates class that one day, like, none of this probably would have happened, which is just so crazy to think about. But anyways, when I say that everybody and their mama was there, everybody and their mama was there. I am tired, and I actually have to get ready for a gala that I'm going to, and I'm leaving for in about 3 hours. So I'm gonna end this video here, but thanks for spending last night with me, and can't wait for the next episode, because clearly my life is happening in episodes and you are tuned in for the ride. But be sure to subscribe on the way out, because why not? And I can't wait to see you guys again next time. Bye.